I think this is funny or crazy to say, but if I have to grab like a bottle of water, like this contraband that this man John has over here,
I can't see that far.
If I have to grab a bottle of water and drink it, it literally, it feels so heavy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Sacred Soldiers Podcast. We have an amazing guest today. It is your local water boy here, Mikey Schmitz. And I've got my best friend, my brother from another mother, Josh Franklin, here today. Welcome, Josh. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you having me on the show.
Absolutely. We hang out all the time. This is my brother right here. So figured it'd be a good one to bring on and talk a little bit about mindset and obviously water. You know, we talk a little bit about water. That's one of the main things here.
Just a little bit. Water's pretty good.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring up mindset and your kind of career path when not your career now, but your career path in hockey, and kind of tell us a little bit about your whole journey with hockey and kind of how it changed your life, your mindset, and different things that you had to do to prepare to be such a physical athlete when you were doing that.
Yeah. So been playing hockey since I was, I don't know, probably 2-3 years old.
You could skate it too?
Yeah, man. I'm just unbelievable like that. Yeah, so I've been playing hockey for my whole life. Obviously, you know, recently it's been a little more challenging. Life kind of gets in the way.
Yep.
But you know, from an early age, all I wanted to do was be a professional hockey player.
That was your dream.
That was my dream. It was my dream, and I had that tunnel vision. And my mindset was, you're going to be a professional hockey player. And I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of skill. Had a little bit of size.
I heard you were fantastic, bro.
All right. You know, I used to be really good. I
even got your hockey card.
Okay. Well, you know, everybody has a card out there every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, I was fortunate enough to play for many years, you know, play on some very competitive teams.
Yeah.
Which made me internally very, very competitive. I always wanted to grow, always wanted to be the best, always wanted to, you know, get to that next level. But, you know, one of the things that really has stuck with me throughout the years, and, you know, thank God it's translated into my kids.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, just being really focused, being really driven, being diligent, being very regimented in what I do and how I prepare for things, right? Putting in the effort and making the commitment to yourself is only going to help you grow. And that speaks to whatever you're going to do in your life, right?
Sure.
It doesn't have to be just sports, but as you move forward and as you think, you know, about your journey in your life, those key moments from when I was little, as I moved forward and got, you know, older and older, those core values still stayed with me, right? Just preparation and the drive and putting all you had into something to, you know, help you be the best. And ultimately, not only, you know, does it teach you individual values, but it also helps you kind of create a family, right? Around that. And, you know, learn how to be part of a team, learn how to fail, learn how to overcome obstacles that happen, right? You're not always going to get a call from the ref that you want. You know, you might not, you know, score a goal. You might, you know, time's winding down, you take a slap shot, hits the post, it goes out, right? Like those things are going to happen, right? But it's how do you pick yourself up? How do you move on?
Yeah.
Right. Those key things have, you know, helped me, I know, individually grow as a person.
For sure.
But now that my, you know, my son's in baseball, he's also training for his black belt in karate. So he's very,
kid's a freaking beast.
he's great. And
shout out
Jackson. And my daughter, Elena, she's in, you know, she does a great job in cheerleading, and she does She's getting back into tennis now, which is unbelievable. But just seeing the work ethic that both of them have,
They literally have like the mama mentality.
it's unbelievable. It really is. They're out there training. You know, Jackson was setting up cones in the cul-de-sac the other day on his own, just trying to train. Wild. And Elena, every day, she's like, what are we doing to train for tennis? I want to be better. I want to grow. I want to continue. And she's gotten so much better since she started taking it back up again. So, you know, I love the fact that, you know, what I learned, I can help translate into my family life. I have an amazing partner. My wife, Amy, is fantastic.
Yo, Amy.
She is amazing. But honestly, how we try to raise the kids, I think all of that kind of comes to fruition, and it's really, you know, help translate how we want to live our lives every day and how we want to pass it on to the future and our future generations from our family.
I love that, dude. Yeah. And shout out to your shirt today. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door.
Yeah. I came out that on my, no, I can't take credit for that. You know, shout out to Life is Good for their great sayings. But I love this saying. I use it all the time. I use it at work. I use it at home, right? It just speaks volumes. It's so simple.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you don't have an opportunity out there, go build
make
the door.
one.
Go figure it out.
Yeah. My mom used to always say, too, if you can't find a door, find the window.
Yeah.
If a door closes on you, find the window. If that one's closed, go to the next one. And it's one of those mindset things where for all the listeners, you know, if anyone's struggling with this, mindset is a choice, right? And sometimes we might struggle with different things. None of us are perfect, but mindset is a choice. So when you wake up today and you literally say, I'm going to slay the day today. Like, we're going to go out there, we're going to kick some butt, we're going to get this going, we're going to make things happen. And it could be the job that you have, it could be a business that you're building, it could be your family, it could be your marriage, whatever it is, but it's all a mindset shift. And that stuck with me too, because my mom literally was like, there are no closed doors. Yeah. There's only opportunities on the other side.
Yeah, definitely.
And she always used to say, just find that opportunity. So I think that's something super special, and that's where I would love to inspire people in that, because we can wake up and make that mindset change and have an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset, instead of focusing on all of the fear, all of the anxiety, all of the stress that we might be dealing with. Why don't we focus on the things that we do have? We have a wonderful family. We have a house. We have a roof over our head, food on the table. Like, we have to be grateful for the small things so that we can focus on the positive things. Because when we focus on the negative things, we're going to attract more negative into our life.
Agreed.
But when we 100%. Focus on the positive, you're bringing more positive stuff in your life, right?
Yep.
And I do it all the time. And I just got to give it to God. Because there's certain times where I'm like, I can't handle this today. We are not doing this. God, you got this, right? He's like, all right, give me it. Right?
Yeah.
Sack it aside. And you feel better. And, you know, you don't have to be, you know, spiritual, religious for that. There's still different ways that you can do it. That's just my way of doing it when I can't handle things. So, yeah, I got a few questions I wanted to bring up today. So for you personally, what daily habits help you keep a strong and healthy mindset? What do you do? Kind of with like your team and sports background, kind of shifted into what your daily life looks like this today. What do you do when it comes to like habits and stuff for that?
Yeah, I think, you know, if I think back to what I did when I was an athlete, when I was in that kind of zone, I think it definitely translates into today, because I need things to be regimented. We're so busy. We have kids, right? And we're always going a mile a minute between work and activities, and you know, we just got a million things going all at the same time. So for me, my mindset is I need to take things one step at a time. And I think that's a great approach, because if you start looking at the bigger picture, sometimes you get overwhelmed and the weight just weighs on your shoulders, right? And it's tough to fight through the storm.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, regimented, right? Like, I know I got to wake up at this time. We got to get the kids to school. We got to get home, work. You know, thankful that I have the ability to be a little bit flexible with my job, but just continuing to have that regimented mentality throughout the day, throughout the week, really helps me stay focused on what needs to get done.
For sure.
And then don't lose sight of the greater good, right? So I'm moving forward from task to task throughout the day, and then I'm moving forward from day to day throughout the week. And ultimately you look back at the end of the week and you're like, oh man, I had a hell of a week. We did a lot, but we got a lot done too.
Kind of like this week.
Yeah. I mean, this week was a little bit busy, but it's all good. It's all good. I can now, I can reflect on the week and say, hey, that was a hell of a week. That was a really great week.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's, you said it too, and you spoke directly to me on this one. It's millimeter changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single day, every single moment throughout the day to make that into either a habit or your routine, or you're fixing something, or you're changing, you're trying to lose weight, whatever it is. Whatever you're trying to work on, it is literally millimeter changes per day. Stop trying to take a foot at a time.
Yeah.
Right. And that's something that a lot of people lose focus in, and that's what stresses people out. Even myself, if I try and take all of it on at once, I'm like, yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Hold on. I got to pause.
This is a little much. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you kind of chip at it every time, it's kind of like we'll talk about water, water in like a spring, right? If it's dropping slowly, it could be one drop at a time over years. It's going to cut the rock.
Yeah.
But it's water. And over time, if it hits that same spot over and over and over again, it does that. So same thing in life. You just got to chip away at it every single day and see the changes happen. Yep. So big mindset change there too. I got one more for you, and then we'll get into some water.
Yeah. Well, I love the water reference. You're already, foreshadowing a little bit. It's great.
How do you reset your mindset when you're having an off day?
So for me, it's the people I surround myself with. My wife is amazing.
Yeah.
And my reset is my family, my friends. I think I see most of my friends as family.
Oh yeah.
And
otherwise they wouldn't be in our lives.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, you always got like friends, but
acquaintances,
but friends are family. And, I try to keep my core, friends and family around me tight knit, because those are the people that we believe in each other. They believe in me, I believe in them, and they are truly part of the family. But, for me, it's family. That's my reset, right? I could walk into a room and like be totally stressed out, and I see my wife and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
We got this.
It's a good reminder every day of what you're doing stuff for, right? If you don't have a vision for the future and you don't know like ultimately what you want for yourself, for your family, and you're just kind of winging it.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to wing it. But if you don't have a good vision,
for sure,
and you don't know who you want to surround yourself with and who you want to be by your side, then I feel like you can go a little chaotic.
Yeah.
But if you have those people, and I know I have those people, you are one of those people.
My dog.
My wife, my kids, they help me stay grounded. They help me reset when I need that reset, and remind me what I'm doing each and every day and how that translates into our future together.
Yeah. No, that's huge that you say that too, because, you obviously being in me and B's corner too, you and Amy, it's huge that the people that you surround yourself with, and, for all the listeners, please take at least this part from this entire show. That is the most important part of your life. If you have people that are sucking the life out of you, if you have people that are super negative around you, if you have people that don't have aspirations to do things or to grow or they have lack of vision per se for their future, for their family, for what's next, right? Because we were born to be dreamers. But the problem is people lack that vision, and they get stuck in the rut of the daily 9 to 5 or this, and there's no aspirations to do more. And that's fine. I'm not saying that everyone has to be an entrepreneur.
9 to 5 is okay, people.
It is.
It's okay.
It is. And I'm not saying entrepreneurship is for everyone, but still, even in that 9 to 5, you got a dream, right?
Yep.
Where is that dream that you want to do. And I forget who originally said it, but you hear it all the time. Show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you your future. And that is so true, because if you have those people, like I said, that are not for you, they're trying to get as much as they can out of you and take. We've had those friends before.
Yep.
And, they're not giving anything back, and it's all take, or there's no mutual love when it comes to it, like that true family love, like, the 4 of us have. That's rough. And that could be a really tough time, because life is stressful. Life is hard. No part about it. You're constantly being molded into your future self. And if you look back at the last 5 years of where you were 5 years ago and where you are today, you're a completely different person.
Yep.
Hopefully for the better, but a completely different person. So on that journey, who are you surrounding yourself with for the support system? Where's the village at, right?
Yep.
And my mom said, when she was still here, when she moved down here last year, one of the biggest things that she was super happy about, she's like, Mikey, you got it, dude. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, the village mindset. You understood it. You got it. You literally did it. Like, you have this massive village where you need anyone for any kind of a service, for any kind of an ailment. You literally have a person you can go to. You have your village. And I was like, you're right. I mean, it was a very important lesson in my life, So that's a big part. Speaking of that, Josh and his family, when I first moved to Florida 3 years ago, so they were actually one of my first clients ever for Sacred Alkaline Water.
Woo-woo.
And, it was funny because they moved into our cul-de-sac. We had already moved in our house, and I saw them out on the porch, and I looked at my wife and I said, babe, we need to make friends. I got to go talk to these people and maybe talk to them about water, whatever. Just say hi. She's like, what? No, they're building something. What are you talking about? They're like working. Don't go bother them. And I was like, you know me, I'm going to go bother them.
I'm glad you did.
And I roll up and they're like, Josh is stressed building this like chair or something.
Okay. It didn't go together the way it said it was supposed to go together, but we got it done. And those chairs are still there today.
Yeah. How about you, John? Did you have any struggles building any of this stuff here in the office? No? Asking our producer. So anyways, I walk up to Josh and Amy, and I literally was so nerdy. I was like, hey, guys, I'm Mikey. Kind of like I did when I was like 6 years old. Same way I introduced myself.
That's all right.
And I said, I'm your local water guy if you ever want a water test. What happened from there, Josh?
So what happened from there was, well, obviously at the moment we were a little busy finishing building our patio furniture.
Yeah.
But we had done some research. We were in the market for a water system. We knew we needed something and we wanted the best, right? We had just bought a new home. We wanted to protect it. We wanted to make sure what we were going to put in there was the best thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it must have been the next day, the day after, we're like, Mikey, get over here. We need a water test. We need to see what's going on. If we're going to do this, let's make it happen.
You're our neighbor, at least.
Yeah. Like, you can't go anywhere. You live across the street.
You're stuck.
So you came over, you did the water test. I think I almost threw up about 3 times when I saw the water test and what I was putting in my body.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. I knew it was bad, right? I knew the water wasn't great, but I didn't realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got that, we were like, all right, well, we got to do this. Like, we got to do this and we got to do it now. So ultimately it was in the moment, we saw the value, we saw what it was going to bring to the table for us, not only for the house, right, but also for us individually. My kids had terrible eczema.
Yep.
We knew that was an impact between the heat and the water and the chlorination and stuff like that. It was contributing to their dry patches and eczema. And man, the water's just been absolutely incredible. We got it installed within a few days after that, and it's been life-changing. It is absolutely incredible. Between, you heard me talk about the kids and all the sports and activities they do. They only will drink that water. It hydrates them. They're ready to go. We have to bring multiple water bottles, but it is so good. Even, you know, you're out on the golf course, you're sweating.
Yeah.
And we've been out there before. Nothing hits better than that water. It is just so clean, so good. And it really, it transforms your body. It really does.
Yeah. And one of the three things, so when we were talking about the water testing, so for anyone that's interested or just curious, so the three main things that we test for, especially for county city water, are going to be the chlorine levels, the contaminant levels, and then also what those contaminants are, and then the pH of the water, because that's obviously very important. So, obviously, locally, crazy amount of chlorine in our water, like 3 times the amount of chlorine in a swimming pool. Super high levels of contaminants and chemicals in the water, like trihalomethanes, haloacidic acids. These are all carcinogens, right? And even hexavalent chromium. I don't know how it gets in the water, but it's literally in the water across like the entire nation. If you go on that one website I showed you, and you could type in all different zip codes, and
I'm scared to go on that website.
Yeah. But you don't have to be scared now.
I don't need to be scared now, but it was a scary thing. I found myself in a rabbit hole once. I was like, oh boy.
The night he bought the system, he went down and researched. And this is what I want my clients to do, right? I want them to go down rabbit holes and research and look up the stuff that I'm explaining of why is this stuff in the water, so that you can find out on your own that everything I said was true. Right. And that's where a lot of water guys don't have that educational aspect. They're out there. They're like, oh, yeah, we can fix your water. This is how we're going to do it. And this is where we're going to put it. Right. That's what most people do for water testing or consultations. There's no educational aspect behind it. And that's the most important part. How is this large investment going to help my family? How is it truly going to filter out the water? What components are going to filter out what? And I think that's where, unfortunately, a lot of water companies fall short, is education.
Yep.
Right. And, you know, how did you feel after the appointment with all the knowledge that, you know, I gave you when it comes to information for you guys?
I feel like a water expert. I am not an expert. I'm not an expert. Mikey is the expert, but I feel like I can actually talk knowledgeably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a word, right?
Yeah.
That's a word.
We're making it a word today.
I can sound intellectual.
Yeah. There we go.
In my conversation around water. And, you know, anytime it comes up, you know, we've had conversations with our friends, people that we interact with.
Yeah.
I feel like I always end up bringing water into the conversation because it's really changed my life, and every bit of knowledge that you've given us has really helped us understand, one, what we're doing, but two, how it impacts our body, right?
Yeah.
And how it impacts our life. Like I know I brought up the eczema thing, but like their skin like that 2 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
It's not just drinking the water, it's absorbing it in the shower, it's brushing your teeth with it, it's it's cooking with it. You don't really think about it at the time, but it's in every aspect of your life and day to day, right? Laundry. That's another one, right? Your clothes.
They're being washed, but they're being washed with chemically loaded
chlorine. So no wonder why it's itchy, right? Like it's great. The knowledge that you have, honestly, has really helped us understand it to the best of our abilities.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like we can actually have that conversation with other people and make, you know, hopefully help them make an impact on their life too.
Yeah. And it really is that important. And I keep saying this, but water filtration is no longer a luxury. You know, I don't know if it ever has been, but people look at it as a luxury, but it's actually not, right? When you buy a home, especially in Florida, 3 of the main things you need: a good roof,
Yep,
a working AC system,
yep,
and water filtration.
Yes.
It's literally, Florida goes back and forth on the map. And obviously across the nation, there's really bad water. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Even up in New York, I know there's less chlorine, but if you look it up on the website, there is a ton of chemicals in that water.
Yeah.
But Florida goes back and forth with Texas for worst water in the entire nation when it comes to well water and when it comes to the county city water. So having that filtration at the port of entry right before your home, you're doing your family a service, right? You're protecting the family. You're protecting the innards of the home, the pipes, the plumbing, the water heater, the dishwasher, the laundry machine, the faucets, everything that could corrode, right? You're protecting that stuff with a good water filtration system. But then when it comes to your health, now you're getting this beautiful remineralized spring water in your house out of every single faucet.
Yep.
Not many people can say that.
No.
All my clients can. But when it comes to
we can.
water systems, you can't. Like a basic softener. So it's so important. And then I wanted to bring up too, there were a couple of other things that you guys noticed, the dogs.
Yeah.
And how they were acting, right?
Yeah. So one of our older, we have 2 dogs, but our older dog, she had surgery a few years ago. She had something lodged in her stomach. And before we got the water system, she was very lethargic after that. She just, she'd always just wanted to lay around. She didn't really want to do anything. Her skin was always itchy. Once she started drinking the water, her coat got shiny and new. She doesn't have any type of like itchiness anymore. She's not licking her paws. She's not licking her skin. She's not nibbling at it. And she's acting like a puppy again. It's crazy. I mean, she's almost, was she 9, I think?
Yeah.
And you would never know that she's 9. She is all over the place all the time. It's really breathed new life into her.
That's beautiful.
And it's a huge transformation, not only for our family, but also our extended family within our pets.
Yeah, no, for sure. So one of the things when it comes to dogs that you normally see when clients first get the water system are a change in their personality.
Yep.
For the better, right? Sometimes almost annoyingly too good, too excited, too much energy, right? The coat, how they feel, their energy, just everything. Remember, everyone, water is one of the most important. That's why I called my company Sacred Alkaline Water, because water is sacred. And water is like one of the number one things that we need to live. But there really hasn't been access to good water with really any company out there. And that's what pushed me to end up building the system we built, because we went to 10 different manufacturers in California and only one of them would build it the way that we wanted to because they understood it. Trying to move everything to Florida, I've talked to 5 different companies and all of them look at me like I have 3 heads.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not building that crazy system. They all tell me, why are you trying to break something that's not, or fix something that's not broken? And I'm like, y'all have been doing the same thing for like 30, 40 years. No one's innovated. No one's innovated. We all just want to do the same thing over and over. All right, cool. I'll be the innovator. No worries. I got you.
I love it. I'm so happy you did, honestly.
It's
incredible.
It is. And it's special too, man, because when we're out playing golf, different sports, like we're chugging our water down, even at like the baseball games for Jackson stuff, and you just feel different.
Yep.
Like it almost hurts my throat. I think this is funny or crazy to say, but if I have to grab like a bottled water, like this contraband that this man John has over here,
I can't see that far.
If I have to grab a bottle of water and drink it, it feels so heavy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it hurts the back of my throat because water is supposed to be super light, but there's been times where I've like tried to swallow and it feels like it's like a freaking ice cube almost, like trying to go down my throat. And just so many years of drinking the good water.
Yeah.
You go outside of it or you go to a restaurant.
Don't even get me started. I can't even have any water at a restaurant. They look at me like I have 15 heads. They're like, hey, you want some water? I'm like, nope. Sometimes I'll ask them if they have alkaline water. The answer is 99% of the time no, but I will not have their water.
Well, that new thing that the restaurants have now is that like blue Saratoga water. And, again, it's just no shame on that company, what they're doing. They're doing their thing. They're at least doing it in glass. But again, still water, spring water, all these different things. The requirements, it only really has to be 20% actual spring water in there. The other 80% is lightly filtered tap water, and it shows. Or it's like nasty well water, which is even worse. Like, you really don't want to drink that water. It's disgusting what's in it. So I think I'm going to start going around to different restaurants and ask for a water and then just bring my chlorine drops and go, why'd you guys give me yellow water? And they look at me like, what?
I mean, I'd like to see how that plays out.
I don't want to be like a dick, but at the same time, like I wish more restaurants would understand the importance of it, especially like some of the nice ones that are doing like pasta and different things or soups, right? Where literally the base is water.
Yeah.
But we're using nasty chemical filled water. And the craziest part is that A, B, C, or D by the health department that they have on the restaurants, there is no requirement for water filtration in those letters.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. I actually didn't know that. I don't even know if I stopped to think about that, but that's a really, really good point.
So that's why they all can just use tap water because, look, again, got to be careful what I say. But when it comes to like the legal regulations, they are following their legal regulations. They're doing what they're supposed to. But does that deem it safe for a human? I don't know. That's kind of pushing it. If you find out what's really in there, how old the pipes are that are coming to our house and all that different stuff, picking up all the junk, right? So this is just so important. And for everyone listening, we do free water testing, free water consultations. We come to your house. We educate. We're not pushy. We give you the information. And if it makes sense, we'd love to help your family. And I think we've done a really good job locally kind of building a name for ourselves as the company that people can trust.
Yeah.
Right. And all the information. So the night that you guys purchased the system and then you went down that like 4-hour rabbit hole until
4 hours is underselling it, Mikey.
However,
I don't even know if I slept that night. I did a lot of research. I mean, obviously the education that you gave us was great, but you start thinking about it. And I think naturally as human beings, you always sometimes second guess yourself. I'm glad I didn't let my second guessing get the best of me because it has been amazing. But that night, yes, I went on a rampage of the internet trying to do my research, even though I had already done research.
Yeah.
Amy and I had both done research and we knew generally what we wanted, but it's hard not to start thinking what if, right? Or, is there something else better out there? I don't know. Maybe we should look at something else. I can tell you from the research I did and the research Amy did, there's not a better option out there. I know there's a ton of different elements out there. You like one system might have this, one system might have that, might have a third one, might have a combination of the two. Nothing really strings it together that I've been able to find in, my night of amazing research that actually pulls it all together the way that your system does. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a friend and a client, but it's amazing. It really is incredible what you've been able to do with the system and how much of an impact you actually see once using the water, drinking it, letting it impact your everyday life. It's been absolutely incredible. And I am so happy I didn't let any of the thoughts in my head get the best of me on what I wanted to
immediate
do.
buyer's remorse.
It's okay. I think it's just, it's natural, right? It's got to be natural. It's natural. And it's okay, right? We're all human beings. So you got to, sometimes you let the thoughts kind of swirl around in there, but they did not get the best of me.
This crazy water guy neighbor just sold me some crazy expensive systems.
Yeah, but you know what? If you really think about the investment that you're making,
it all evens out.
Yeah, you're investing in your health, your well-being, you're investing in protecting your home, right? I don't know. It's a win-win-win for me.
Well, when's the last time you bought bottled water, Josh?
I don't know, probably 3 years ago.
When you got the system.
Yeah. Although there might have been one time where it was super hot and we were all out of water.
Oh, and we were out and about and
we had to buy something, but no spring water. I don't do spring water. No. Usually I won't even buy a water, but in desperate times call for desperate measures. So, the education that I've gotten from you over the years has led me in the right direction. So if I do get stuck in that one situation, at least I know what to look for.
Yeah, no, for sure. And being in Florida, right? Most people, we're in hurricane season right now. Most people have their 6 cases of water stacked up in the garage in the heat, getting all the plastic still in the water, all that good stuff. We don't have any water at our house. We just got our systems.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And that's a huge benefit because I tell my clients all the time, when we know that there's a named storm and it's coming, get some 5-gallon BPA-free 5-gallon jugs, fill them up so you got 15 gallons or so, because you never know. The water could get shut off. And if the water gets shut off, water can't go through the filtration system. You don't have water, right? That's if there's a broken pipe or something, if there's a really bad storm. Yeah. But regardless of that, even if you lose power, you always have a drinkable source of water with our system. And I just think that your guys' story has been such a beautiful story for me to be able to tell other clients too, because of how everything has really changed. And I see changes in each client when they get the system. Each one kind of has their own individual story of how the water helped. And I think that's just a beautiful thing because, you brag about your water system
all the time, every day. To anybody that will listen. Even if they don't listen, I still tell them.
So do you see other people bragging about water softeners and what they have at their house?
No.
Yeah, you don't, because we don't sell just a product or like a water system. What we sell is a life change, right? Yep. And that's what I'm super passionate about when it comes to like our core values of the company and who we are, going back to mindset and just wanting to make a positive global change when it comes to water, and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
People like you being on board and all my clients and all the support in the community and everyone that we're putting around us, they see the vision, they feel the vision, they know where we're going with this. And I think there's just like an amazing opportunity to just change people's lives.
Agreed.
Through something as simple as water. And for everyone that says it, water is not just water.
Yeah. It's more than water.
It is. And,
it's a living organism.
It is. Did you know that if you speak good, like loving words to water in like a little circular container and freeze that, the shapes of those kind of like snowflakes or molecules of the water inside of that dish will be completely different and ugly if you were to speak negative words into the water and then freeze that. It was Dr. Emoto, I think it's Yoshi Emoto, that did the testing on this. So literally speaking life into the water before you drink it is like a whole nother level of things too.
So you have just come up with an amazing experiment that my kids, as soon as they watch this, are going to be like, hey, guess what we're doing today?
They're going to need a microscope.
We're going to talk to water and we're going to freeze it. And I am very intrigued. I think that's amazing. But yeah. I am very, very intrigued to see where this experiment is going to go. I'm actually excited now.
It's pretty wild, and you can look it up online. And for all the viewers too, it's Dr. Emoto, and I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, my apologies. But he did this testing. So basically, when he was talking like love and amazing good things and positive things into the water, it was these beautiful like crystalline structures, right? And when he did the other one, it was all mucky and weird, and it literally completely changed. And then he would do just a single word of positivity, and it would be a different shape for each word.
That's
and
amazing.
Then negative too. So going back to water is life. Yep. Water is everything. Water is sacred. We need to treat it that way. And in order to do that, water filtration is a massive part of that. And bringing the water back to life with hydrogen and the minerals and all that stuff, you have to do that.
Yeah.
If you're drinking purified water, you are robbing your body of minerals. Just remember that. Purified is at least clean, but you're definitely robbing your body of minerals if you're not doing that. So I think that's about it that we got today, Josh. Is there any last remarks or words that you'd like to say about mindset, water, how crazy your best friend is?
I mean, you are pretty crazy, but it's no, it's great. I really appreciate you having me on here. It's been nice to kind of reflect over, man, you really brought me back to like my childhood and like how do you progress? And I really started thinking about that. And I think there's a lot of things that really stay with you throughout your life and help you grow into the person you are. It's family, it's friends, it's those moments in time, and they really stay with you. I mean, I have a tattoo here. It's in Latin. Took Latin in high school. I don't know if I could still read it, but I know I've always loved this quote. It's aut viam inveniam aut faciam. It means I'll either find a way or make one. And that's, I obviously believe in it. It's tattooed on my body.
Yep.
But I think it's a testament to how I want my life to proceed each and every day, every task, every moment, everything counts, right? And if you get blocked during one avenue, it's okay to shift, right?
You have to.
The windows, the doors, right? You got to find another window. You got to find another door. If the opportunity doesn't exist out there, go find it. And don't be afraid to have that drive and to push yourself to be the best that you want to be. So.
Amen, brother. Yeah. And I'll follow up with this really quick. There's always opportunity there, right? And there's money to be made. There's opportunities to be had. There's all kinds of different things. Just go out there and just try.
Yeah.
Right. Just put in the effort and try, and surround yourself with people that believe in you and you believe in them. It's a very, very important thing. Your friends, your family, your friends that are family, all of that matters. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one today. It was a good one. Josh, love you, bro. Thank you for being on. Like, share, follow YouTube, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe so you can get the next episode. Definitely get us on Instagram, Facebook, all the good things. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. We're out.